Hello and welcome back. This is Noble Rambler with episode 7 of a test run version of Let's Play Rimworld, where I'm not only working on the technical side of creating Let's Plays, I'm also learning how to narrate videos and all the other little things in behind the scenes that you don't normally think of when you're watching your favorite Let's Play videos or your favorite YouTuber. There's a lot that goes on back here. This time, not only did I remember to unmute my mic, actually it's a big mic, it's kind of in my way. It's a Blue Yeti. I went ahead and spent the money to get a good one. But this thing, it sits between the screen and the keyboard, and I can't see this part of the screen right here. It's just in the way. Can't really get it out of the way. My studio here is a bit small. It's just more like a large closet, so just a temporary place where I'm starting to create these videos and enjoy it and have fun, and eventually I'll find a bigger space at home to set all the equipment up. But I could create these videos just for myself and then go back and critique them and see what I need to fix, but decided to go ahead and create some real Let's Plays as this experiment so I can share these with you. And if I do become something 2, 3, 5 years from now, it might be kind of fun for my subscribers to come back to the very roots and watch the beginning of this channel. So I decided to record this and leave it online as kind of an historical document. So what has happened? I finished off the other 4 rooms, connected a hallway down below, and I created a stockpile area underground in this mountain. That's basically the, what do you call those? The orbital trade beacon here and here. Now, for those of you who don't know Rimworld, from your comms console, you'll be able to call up a trader who's flying past the planet, make a sale, he'll drop them down to your trade beacon, or it'll transport your goods up to him. The game has since made it so it will drop inside of a room, so you can do it inside of your base, which is kind of odd to me, but that's something that they've just changed. Over here, this is where the trade beacon's going to be outside. So I'm creating a room around it that I can then tear the walls down except for a couple support columns, kind of like we did out here, so that it can be under a roof. Because one thing that Rimworld now does is it's got a what's the wording? It's got like a hit points value for all the items. Those that sit outside start to decay. The sun starts to break them down. So exposed to weather, exposed to the sun, is under a roof, I believe that stops the process. Something else I noticed when I was getting ready to start filming this, that I've been waiting for them to build this last turret. It just dawned on me when I canceled all of the tree cutting up here, I canceled the turret. So let's get that set up again. And the turret will explode. It'll take out everything. I think it's a 3x3 pattern around it. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away, and if we didn't put it where there was a tree, they would do it quicker. I think I'll do that. You still want to eliminate the trees around it because the trees do act as obstacles for the bullets. So let's get back into chopping. Oh, I guess everything up in this area. It would not hurt to have a supply of wood sitting around. We're pretty good up in here as far as obstacles in the way. Should probably get rid of these. Let's see here. Let's set up a dump zone. Summer has started. A dump zone, I'm thinking right up in here, that just handles chunks. Chunks are chunks of stone and chunks of slag, like from where did we land? We started this game in here, right? Over here. So the last of our escape pods, chunks of slag. So those sort of pieces would be allowed here as well. This should give a place for my colonist to come up here and hide behind and shoot from, assisting the turret as it does its job. So I'm going to go that route. And we'll do the same thing. Let's see here. Architect, zone. If I tell it a dumping zone and click on an existing one, it'll allow me to extend it out. We'll do something very similar right there. Then up in here, this is going to build here. So let's do the same thing. Dumping zone. Oh, something like that. Now this turret may need to shoot this way. So let's order all of these rocks to be moved. We'll order those to be moved. And all of these to be moved. Okay, that'll work for now. So, we'll get our last turret built. It gives us some support all four sides of the compound. One usually isn't enough. As we get more power, probably the geothermal's up, we'll get a bank of them on all three sides, and eventually we get ourselves moved into here, walled off with an opening. Enemies can run through the opening to a whole gauntlet of turrets shooting at them. So that would be a little more concentrated, a little more of a kill zone. Right now we're still wide open. It's really hard to make anything that's going to be effective. This is episode 7, and this was only meant as a test series. It's most likely not going to play out. At least not... That's not the plan. It may be a time in the future that I'll jump back into this just for nostalgia's sake and finish the series. But I've got little thumbnails for the YouTube page set up through episode 9. So the plan right now is just to go the first 9 episodes and then jump into what will be the real first Let's Play series for the channel. Still trying to decide exactly what that's going to be. I've got a couple of ideas. So many different games out there and so many fun ones, so many that I want to do. Okay, so coffee, his main priority, main work schedule is cleaning and hauling. So he's going to full-time move these things. I believe it's Jude and... Where's an easy way to pull up a list? I guess this is it. Jude and Handy Jack are the constructors. I'm expecting Handy. He's harvesting trees. Okay, he is mining first, then construction. That's odd. I expected that he would have gone into this first. Well, Jude is. That's why he's not. Jude's already got the job. Okay. Anyway, summer has begun. But winter is coming. Your food crops won't grow in the winter cold. Be sure to store several months' worth of food now while you still can. You can build a walk-in refrigeration unit or room to prevent food from spoiling. And try to buy, steal, or make some parkas or you'll freeze when you step outside. So we'll be sure to get that up and going here soon. Combat supplier. A trade ship is passing nearby. They are known as Nouveau Consortium. They are a combat supplier. So good. I'll show you how this works. We need to figure out who has our highest social skill. Well, Jack is our best warden. Whether that is only social or that is a culmination of skills, I'm not certain. So let's go to Jack and check his character. Social 6, and it does line up. So Jack needs to head over to our console, our comms console, and give them a call. The one who has the highest social skill is the one most likely to negotiate the best price. That's why you want to use that one to talk to the traders. So based on his skill, the prices that are going to show up. To send items or silver to orbital traders, you must build an orbital trade beacon. So does that mean we don't have a beacon, or does that mean that it's just telling me that? I'm not sure. If I want to buy medicine? No, we don't have a beacon. Okay, so we got to get this done. Handy, straight to the beacon. Get it built before this trader flies by. No, back here. Is reserved by Jude. Okay. So Jude is taking on the challenge. Okay. As long as it gets done. Oh. But it won't matter because all of this needs to be hauled down there. Arr. Okay, we may miss this first trader. So using the planning tool, I planned out what I thought the beacon would fit, built walls around it. I'll tear the walls down after, but once it's built, it allows you to create a stockpile based on that perimeter, which is kind of hard to map out on your own. So this stockpile needs to handle everything, but don't want garbage and chunks in there. We don't want food in there. We don't want hops in there. They need to be refrigerated. We don't want rotten in there. That should work for now. And I'd really like you guys to haul. Okay, we have to change the priority. They won't haul from one to the other because, as far as they're concerned, it's already in the right place. Now, I can get them to start hauling the silver into there. Actually, not you. You stay here. Coffee, you do it, please. Larson, you do it. Doc, what else is important to send down? Let's get rid of these knives. That's right, it's a combat supplier. Jude, you haul this knife. I think I'll keep the EMP grenades. They might work against one of the most difficult enemies here, the dropships. Okay, so as soon as everything lands within this zone, Andy, we're going to wake you up and call them back. Looks like they're still in orbit. And now, our 550 silver is registering, including also the 2 shivs that we don't want. So we'll sell both of those. They're not worth much. Medicine is the cheapest, or near the cheapest, from the, I believe it's the combat suppliers. We have 11 medicine. It'd be nice to get closer to 40. Let's get 9 more for now. So they owe us 4 silver for this, but we're paying them 194 as the balance from ours back into theirs. You can move the whole pile at once or individual pieces, or you can grab and just drag across and get the number that you want. So when you're dealing with 500 of something, you don't want to keep clicking 500 times. And if it's 500 out of 1,000, you can't click the whole thing and then back up 500 times. So you can grab this and narrow it in a lot closer. Alrighty, what do they have for sale? Well, really nothing that we can afford. A steel spear is about as far as we can go. Okay, so they've got nothing for us. Alright, accept. They'll send down the part that we bought, which was medicine. And medicine does not go in this stockpile either. So, manufactured medicine. Nope. So now they know to grab the medicine and head up. Actually, medicine goes here. Zone, stockpile. We'll put it right there. Now, how about the foot of a bed? We'll do that instead. This one, delete. This one, allow nothing but specifically medicine. And we can take this one, copy the settings, head over here, and paste them in. How is Handy doing mood-wise? I think he'll do fine once he's had a good meal, because every time we wake him up, actually he's not registering that he got his sleep disturbed. Maybe this really comfy bed that he's in is enough to cancel that, because I really need to wake him up. Well, tell you what, it's 5 in the morning. We just got an exotic goods trader. Be nice to see what he has for sale, but we can wait another couple of hours. Hey, we have our turret. Okay, we have a lot of trees cut too. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. How is Silence doing? Silence is trained. He's randomly hauling. Let's train him for rescue next. So, Handy, come on over here and call up the exotic goods trader. Blue Grasshopper Industries. Whoa. Lots of choices. Now, when your colonists are in the infirmary, there is a tab to choose to give them an operation. If they have lost an eye, you can buy a bionic eye, 1,400 silver, and have that implanted into them. There's organs you can buy. Oh, there's animals to buy here. Boomalopes, husky. We've got power armor, and all of their qualities are listed. There's not much here that we can afford. We'll get most of our armor from raids that come against us that we succeed in. There's nothing for us to sell except for silence, and we're not selling silence. So, I'll let them go. And what is our plan for the day? These guys are mining. Well, Handy is. Let's see. Jude has got this to build. So when he's done... Oh, he needs to get this done. Let's get his attention. Jude is heading for breakfast still. We have visitors. A group from the Gray Hill people are visiting the colony. Gray Hill. Well, that's interesting. They really hate us. I guess they haven't quite hit the hostile number yet. I'm not sure where that is, 80 or 90. These are hostile. If they come in range with us, they'll automatically attack. Apparently these don't like us, but they are not to the point of attacking us on sight. I see. If one of them gets injured here and we heal them and send them on their way, when they get off the edge of the map, we will get a note from them thanking us for our hospitality, and our relationship will increase. Rescue 1 of 6. Pretty soon, when one of us are injured in a battle, Silence will be able to run in there, grab them, and bring them back, which is going to be nice. Okay, so we set this for medicine. We did not say high priority. I'm going to put important on both of these. Now the medicine will be hauled. Let's let Handy finish this. We're going to cancel this so he can get started here. But if something comes up and we do need some quick steel, we know that this group here will be done. Alright, medicine's coming in. Great. So the hauling has to be done before Coffee's going to do any cleaning. So we're going to have to deal with this vomit for a while. Jude, why don't you clean that up real quick. Larson, before you start your next one, why don't you go deal with that one. Just to make our home look a little bit cleaner for a while. How are the volume levels on this video? I went back and watched a few of the other ones and noticed that they were a bit quiet. I really don't want to be yelling into the microphone. I'd like to be able to talk just a normal volume. But my voice comes over this. Hey, there's Silence hauling some steel. But he hauled it to there. That's kind of random. Oh, just a certain distance at a time. So he's not great at it yet. But, low medicine. Yeah, that's because they're hauling it. But, my voice has a way of lulling someone to sleep, I think. It's kind of, I don't know, there's the reverberation to it. I don't go up and down a lot. So I've tried playing with the volume levels today and up the gain. I want to see if I can, what am I doing here? See if I can get the volume a little bit higher without having to go to the effort of yelling into the microphone. Okay, right there. Alright, with that we will have a roof over our stockpile, but still have easy access to it all the way around. At least that's the plan. Silence is helping. I like fetching a stick. He's fetching a big old block of iron. Okay, so let's speed this up a bit. They're going to hit their hour of leisure and kind of enjoy themselves. Bulk goods trader. Wait. Before you get to bed, give him a call. Let's see what he has to offer. Okay. You're selling steel. We don't have a lot of silver. What can we sell that's worth selling? Really nothing. Old clothes. We don't even have a good supply of that. They're selling squirrels and muffalo. If I find somebody selling chickens, I want to jump into that. But nothing here, so no thanks. Let's see. Chickens. I played another map before I started filming this series. Structure. And got a hold of some chickens, and they were a lot of fun. Make lots of eggs, and suddenly you've got 50 chicks running the place. Let's see, what am I trying to do here? I want to build some kind of a chicken coop. That's right, I was going to leave this to expand the kitchen. Well, we'll just do our best to make use of the space we've got. This is going to be the chicken coop. So I had vented it so that some heat would come in so they wouldn't freeze. And then I created a let's see, a place to get in that, what do you call that? I always lose that word. Not an air block. Yeah, lost it again. Airlock. That's what it is. So we don't. So the winter time, we're negative 10 degrees in here. We can still maintain at least 40 to 50 in here, with the heat coming through and not letting the cold in here as much. And then we will want to build furniture, animal sleeping box, wood. The chickens will roost in here, lay their eggs, and make this their home, basically. And you will use every one of these boxes and more. You can even fill this with boxes too. They will walk through them to the other one, but they'll walk a lot slower. We'll get that built, but I want Jude to concentrate here first. Let's get some power going. Get these light bulbs back on and kind of get ready for whatever event's going to spring upon us soon. Because other than traders coming in, it's been kind of uneventful, and that's not too typical for Cassandra. That's more of what you would see with the Phoebe storyteller AI. She will give you lots of time to build and get walls up, and then she'll send something at you, and it'll be quite stressful for a while, then a long pause to let you rebuild, and that's a game where you can get well into this before it gets too crazy and get your permanent settlement going. This one should send something at us every few days. Oh, that's right, Jude. Good, you are prioritizing this. We're at 8 food. Why is that? We have enough. We have power. Larson, where are you right now? You are training Silence. Who is running away from you? Okay, Silence, how you doing? Still only 1 of 6. Well, I think Silence needs a little more obedience training. Okay, get some training going here. Train 2 out of 6. Great. Now you get back to making some meals. Our count is a bit uncomfortably low here. How's your skill level? Are you getting close to a 6 yet? Let's see. Larson, character, cooking, 5. You're getting there. When we do get to 6, it keeps triggering when it goes down to 8. Why is that? There's 5 of us, right? I would think 2 meals each, it would trigger at 10. Well, it just rang at 10. A combat supplier. Lots of people flying overhead right now. What happens when 11 hits? It didn't give me the message. So apparently it wants 2 meals per person in supply at all time, otherwise it tells you you're low on food. Okay. So I was here. Cook stove. We want to do find meals when we have someone with a minimum skill of 6. And here's something else I haven't brought up before. This ingredient radius. Most of these cook tables, or craft tables of one kind or another, will give you a radius. You may go only so far to look for supplies to do whatever that table wants you to do. I'm going to keep this radius more like here. There's no point in having Larson go and grab some meat sitting way over here so he can come back over here and make a meal. I'm going to rein him in, preferably to the stockpile. I mean, preferably you would have a circle just this big. But reality-wise, there will be times when there are animals butchered out here in the field and everybody's busy and someone's in the hospital and someone is wardening prisoners and he really needs to go out somewhere else and get the stuff. So I'm not going to narrow him down too small. Most of the time, this is where the food's going to be. Alright, we do have a combat supplier. I really doubt that it's going to do me any good. I think I'm going to skip them. Visitors are coming from the Grey Hill people again. Summer's here. It's 83 degrees out at 8 o'clock at night. The hay grass, which is something we don't really need right now. Eventually, I hadn't thought of that. Well, the one that does our animal handling is also our cook. So I really don't want to send him off trying to tame wild animals, but it'd be nice to have a couple of muffalo that can be tamed and would act like cattle. Eventually you can, I think you milk the muffalo and you use the milk as food, as ingredients. And that'd be something interesting to put into this little test video, just to kind of give a sample of many of the different things that you can do in Rimworld. Jude is meditating. They'll meditate or pray, or they'll sky watch, or come out early and look at the sunrise, or watch the sunset, or lots of different things that they're capable of doing to simulate leisure time. This is, hey, all 4 of our solar panels are done. Tomorrow we should get a full day of all 4 panels, and we should get these batteries close to maxed out. In fact, I would say that since we've got the ability now, let's go ahead and get 2 more batteries built. Take as much advantage of this as possible. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. Speaking of figuring out technical issues for these videos, I noticed early on that I was hearing my mouse clicks and my keyboard way too loud. I've got all this stuff sitting on like a 5-foot plastic folding table at the moment. Don't have a real wooden desk yet that fit this room, and so there's a lot of echo when I bounce anything on this table. and I noticed that the keys were quite prominent in the microphone. So I've got 3 little bent brackets over the keyboard and some 2-inch thick foam kind of laying at a 45 between the keyboard and the microphone. All the things you just don't see in the background behind, you know, the creation of a video like this. That's going on back here. Okay, these guys are they're here and they're friendly. I'm kind of wondering if they aren't instead kind of scoping out the base, and so they know how to plan their attack. He's got a spear. He's got a longbow. He's got a club. These are a tribe rather than a town. That's right. He's already gone. I was gonna... That's interesting. Brings his meal with him. Coffee has a simple meal in his inventory in case they get hungry when they're too far away from home. Okay, the bulk goods traders left the area, left orbit. Here, continuing to build our barriers. Good. That's right, so Jude, where did you go? As soon as you're done, let's get a battery going. Low food, and we're at 15. Interesting. So they want 3 meals per person now. So, I didn't see that. Okay, well, I see. We're cleaning this up to put 2 more solar panels in. Okay, we'll let him. And he's doing the where are you? Granite, which goes a lot faster than steel anyway. Got a rainstorm coming in. It's actually a rain thunderstorm. The lightning and thunder in this game is really impressive. Let me turn the volume up a little bit here and let it kind of work its way into the mic. I'm using Fraps to record, and Fraps also handles the microphone, and the mic is set up to record in front where my voice is and on the sides, so it catches the speakers. So if I want to, I can turn it up a bit and have the microphone also input the game sounds as well as Fraps input the game sounds, so it kind of enhances the sound of the game at times. There are times when that works fine. Wow, lightning strike. There are times when that's too distracting, where you can't really concentrate on my voice because the game's too loud. But in this case, it might be fun to kind of watch the lightning strikes come down, and didn't hit burnable ground over here, so it didn't light fires. But you can get lightning strikes to hit all sorts of things of your own, and they'll automatically go into firefighting mode. And if it lands in the home zone, then they will fight the fire. And actually, all of this is going to become the home zone, so I may as well work that in while I'm thinking of it. We don't want to get the home zone into areas that we don't want them to travel to. We do want to keep it localized to what's relevant. That'll work for now. And I don't think I really want the graveyard as part of the home zone. Don't see any value in that. Still a rainy thunderstorm. Still random chance to catch some lightning. And then this game will throw at you dry thunderstorms. Whereas where afterwards fires will start and this entire area will burn before it finally starts to rain again. Research is finished. We now have stone cutting. Nice. So research, what next? Pneumatic picks. That's pretty important. That's going to get the picks going faster, and we have a lot of mining to do. So let's get that going. And that fire that just hit over here is just about out all by itself. The rain gradually puts it out. The wind, such a nice sound in this game. These guys have moved in. Boomalopes. Oh, that was nearby. I saw something over here. I did. Alpacas. So this map, you know, when we started this game, there was a picture of the whole world, and we picked one little square in it. So if you can imagine, there's another square this big up here, another one over here, another one over there. So it's keeping track of the herds as they're moving from square to square. And this pack herd just moved in. Eventually these guys will work their way off of the map, and they won't be here anymore. So they're not, the game doesn't really treat this as a firm border that nothing else can come and go. The whole world is fluid and constantly moving in and out of our realm. Hey, these cargo pods just came crashing in. You've detected a cluster of cargo pods crashing nearby. Perhaps you'll find something useful in the wreckage. Boom rat leather. Alrighty. That'll get hauled to our stockpile. Actually, you know what? Let's make this stockpile clear all, and let's make it things like textiles and some raw resources would be good here, except for the hops. Items that I hit the pause. Items that would be useful. Apparel would be useful, but I want to be able to sell off the apparel that's no good. And let's expand this stockpile. And let's see here. Delete this section right here. Okay, so let's turn textile off on this stockpile, and let's turn raw resources off as well. This will mostly be what we trade in and out. This will be what we're using. We'll do something like that. Eventually, maybe that's what will happen here. The stockpile for items that we're using, and the stockpile for items that we want to trade. Old weapons that we've took off of raiders, and their clothes that are all shot up, and our colonists will refuse to wear. There'll be a place to sell them off. This stockpile will be for items that we definitely will use sometime. Iron and wood and cloth. Because what I'm thinking, it's strange, I keep getting this You only have 20 full bars worth of food in storage. This is dangerously low. Ah, that's why it keeps giving me the message. Okay, so we are just about out of supplies. Now we've got another crop coming in soon, but it would be smart to pull up some hunting. Okay, Doc. Actually, not Doc. Doc, what do you do otherwise? The doctor, the hunter, the grower. That's what I thought. So, Doc, I want you to drop your gun. Coffee, I just saw you. You're the best shot. I want you to come and get that gun. Doc, let's see. Work. I'm going to drop your hunting down 1. I'm going to turn Coffee's up. Alright, so you're going to take care of growing, plant cutting. Well, actually just growing first, then you're going to go to hunt. Okay. You're still going to be a hunter. Because I don't want to drop you lower than that. You are a good shot. But I'll have you trade harvesting grass. Okay. With Coffee. Coffee's a better shot. Doc, pick up the shotgun. Equip. Coffee is hungry, so he's going to grab a meal first. That's what I was going to do. Bills, find food. I want to up this number. Let's go till we have 40. We stay out of the low food limit problem. We have a little more reserve built up. Alright, let's see how you do. You're hunting these guys. And you're doing the same thing that Doc did. You're trying to get as far away as you possibly can. Okay. You go here. You got a survival rifle. Actually, you're not very good. Are you trigger happy? You're trigger happy. You shoot much faster, but your accuracy is less. Ah, that's what's wrong. Come on back over here. Doc, where are you? Doc, you drop the shotgun. Coffee, I lost you. You come pick up the shotgun. If you're not as accurate, then a shotgun would be a better one for you. I'll force you to get closer. Bullet is a wider spread. Another rainy thunderstorm. Ah, a bunch more deer coming in. Good. Okay, so Doc is bringing in food from this end. Coffee is bringing in food from this end. Lightning strike. Well, one thing to say though he's not as accurate, every shot does increase his skill. So if he's going to shoot a lot faster, his skill level is going to go up a lot quicker. So eventually I'm hoping he'll override trigger happy. This is a boom rat. That's what happens when you shoot a boom rat. Boom rats go boom. Forbid, unforbid. Come on now. Finish him off. Okay. So, when they hunt him, you can't even hit him from 2 feet away. Come on, get the job done. That poor thing. There you go. Now he brings in his kill. Cargo pod just landed somewhere. And it is tortoise leather. Make clothes out of that. Alright, so grab all those. Quite a ways away though. Where that lightning hit? Must have hit the mountain. So what I was going to do before all the excitement... Oh, we have a fire. We have a fire within our compound. Everybody's asleep. And it'll be out before they realize it. So no problem there. Was I wanted to put in the tailor's workbench. And start getting some of our much needed clothing created. Put that there. We're going to need parkas and toques and jackets and good warm pants and shirts for winter. This is interesting. The rain stopped before the fires were out. This is going to spread. These two are sleeping. These two are waiting to be picked up. Yep. Got a small forest fire starting. The only way I can tell them to put it out is to create a home zone over there. I'm not too worried about it though. Let that area burn over there. It'll make a bunch of new bushes next year. Let's speed it up and get the day in here. A group of travelers from town at the forest are passing by. Silence is up. Larson is training them. This game is deep enough, it's kind of fun just to put it on slow and sit back and watch it. It's kind of like watching a movie unfold right before your eyes. They're programmed just enough variety that is not overly repetitious. They seem to kind of develop their own little characters, and they've got their routines, and he's off to finish his hunting. Silence is going to haul in some boom rat leather. Think of him as fetching his ball, or his favorite toy. Okay, Doc Andy, let's see here. Andy is finishing up the chicken coop. Where's Jude today? There's Jude. He's always the last one up. Grabs his breakfast on his own. Batteries are charging. I'm going to turn all these lights back on. Or at least ask them to turn their lights back on. Jude, I would like to get started on this tailor's workbench. Interesting. Over here, you can hear the sound of shooting in the background. Forest fires burning in stereo. Got him. Okay, I'm going to haul that in. He's no longer going to have hunting as his main priority. So he should start hauling, including coming out and picking these guys up. The rain is going to take out the forest fire. Larson is going to start butchering. Jude is building the table. Jack is finishing the last of the chicken coop. Jack, why don't you come out and haul this one? Coffee. Why don't you're going to bring up all of that cotton cloth. That's fine. I'll let you finish that. Then I want you to bring in the boom wrap. Okay, meals are at 20. When the meals are satisfied, then the cook will start working on butchering and kind of cleaning everything up. So his secondary duty is researching. So he's going to be researching our hydraulic picks. Andy, when he's not doctoring, is planting. He's our master gardener. Jude is finishing up the table, which is, I think, considered a craft. Who is our crafter? Jude is our crafter. So when he's not constructing, he will start either smithing or tailoring. So when the construction projects are done, he'll be in here making clothes, assuming that we tell the table what to build. So, I need to practice on some things before we get good at it. Let's make 10 toques. Let's see, we can get a little more in depth than that. 10 toques made out of cloth only. Saving all the good stuff for when he's got some skill. Keep hitting close. Oh, there we go. Let's then add 4 pants. Oh, okay. There's no leather here. Pants. Oh, so a toque cannot be made out of leather. This first round, let's just use cloth. Okay. When those are done, then we will make dusters out of anything. Jackets out of anything. Parkas out of anything. Okay. Jude is going in to pray for the evening. Coffee is going to bed. Andy is relaxing socially with Jack. Larson is training Silence, who's trying to get away. He gave up. He's going to bed. Silence went to sleep. Okay, let's see if something eventful happens tomorrow. Actually, I just glanced up at the clock. It's been a long video. I think it'd be a great time right here to put a break. See you next time. Thanks.